And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Production Line. All right, well, as you can see, I've got a spreadsheet up here, and I tried to calculate what it would cost and how many make tires we would need. So this is an example of the process. I was able to find in the data files of the program, of the game, that hourly wage for production is $48 an hour. So with that information, I've also got the tire and the rubber amounts. And so I did some calculations here. So what the first one is, the fit tires takes 4 tires every 5.1 seconds, which is 0.784 tires per second, with a total cost of $792 per car. So this is a pretty simple formula, which just matches tires with the number for each car. Then I was able to take that per hour. So the 3,600 divided by this number here is the number of seconds in an hour. So I take the cost per car and then multiply that by the 3,600 divided by the seconds per car. The 3,600 divided by the seconds gives us how many cars per hour, which is right over here as well. So this is the same formula, just without the multiplying of the costs per hour. So the cost per hour for buying the tires is roughly $560,000 per hour. Okay, which gives us 2,823 tires per hour, which is another just simple multiplication. Then I went down to the make tires. Make tires is 1 tire every 8.9 seconds, and I did the wages, which is 5 employees per station. So the wages per second gives me the 5 employees multiplied by the $48 hourly wage divided by 3,600, which gives me basically money, wages per second based on 4,800, and you just multiply that by 5. Now, down here, I calculated that we're going to need 7 make tires in order to get our tires per second to match up. Any less than that, if I did 6 here, you can see our tires per second goes down. So I need that 7 to get to the 0.78 that we need. And it's a little bit off, but 7 will give me just the right amount. Well, 7 is 35 employees, and that's just 7 times 5. It's pretty simple. The cost, so the rubber cost is $20 for rubber, and it takes 2 rubber. So the cost here is the number of tires times the number of rubber times 2. So we have the $40 times 4 gives us the $160 per car. The wages, same thing. 35 times 48 gives us the wages per hour. So the total cost to make tires is this nice little formula here, which is the cost per car times the cars per hour plus the wages per hour, gives us $114,000 per car per hour to make the tires ourselves, for a total savings of $444,000 per hour. This is per hour. So a $440,000 savings per hour, I think grossly justifies actually making the tires in-house. Now, how this relates to, say, wheels that are more expensive for steel, I don't know. I didn't write down anything but the tires because I knew the rubber amounts, the $20 for rubber was actually pretty good. So I think I want to go in the game and set this up to see how much room this make tires actually takes. So let's hop back into the game here, and I will be right back. All right, and we are back in the game, and let's try to make our own tires. So where is tires? Tires are way over here. So we're going to want to, I think they're in engine, wheel, tire, make tires. So these are the make tires, and let's see if we can actually stack enough of these in here. We're going to need 7 of these things, which is quite a few. So let's try. We're going to put one in there. Oh yeah, these are opposite sides, so we're gonna cancel that. I want to rotate these, and I'm going to try to get them in a decent way here. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay, so resource, not importer, resource conveyor. So we're going to need to square all these away. And let's see, this one here. And the game should automatically... Okay, I think that is good there. So it's piling it full of rubber. Lots and lots of rubber. Okay, yeah, I started to research I'm just going down the list, just straight down the list, gonna research all of the options. So here we go. We have now all of these make tires running, and hopefully gonna be able to feed right into this area in here. Granted, it's gonna take a lot of rubber to satisfy all of these demands, but we should. Are we not connected? Yeah, we're connected in there. Why was it going all the way around? It's kind of strange. You'd think it would be able to go through here, and that would be the fastest route. So yeah, it's going over there here, so that's good. So yeah, now we're making tires. Now the big question is this thing going to stop importing tires? Right here, this is where I want it to stop. So it's not necessarily as fast as I'd want it. So we are running low on everything else because I was starting to move all that rubber that I needed. And this is a lot of rubber. So, you know, we're going to want to maybe occupy over here, and all of the make tires is going to go right in through here. And using this dedicated line, it's going to push all that rubber in there. So it looks like the lighter blue platforms is the input, and the greens are the output. Can I see those from here? Can I see that which is which? Oh no, that is fit tires. I want to make tires. So we can't really see which is which here, unfortunately. But I can know that the output is on the outside of the C there. So right, this square right here, that's where the output is, which is good to know. That is a good thing to know when we're trying to do this. So look at all the tires already that we've got built up here. We got this one full, and it's pulling tires from here. Now our limitation is the fact that we can't move all that material, all that rubber that we're going to need, as well as the tires and the brakes that we also need. So let's look at, let's see, what else can we fit? Do we have make wheels? Yes, we do. So it looks like make wheels is 2 seconds. And let's see. Let's look at make wheels. We've got the money to just set this down. So make wheels, 2 seconds per wheel, and that's 2 steel. So let's look at our prices. Here and here. So wheels all the way down to W's. Wheel, 167. It takes 2 steel, which I think is 100. Yeah, that's $100. So that is $67 per wheel of savings. And we've stopped for some reason. Oh, I've paused it for whatever reason. So that's a $67 savings. I'm still pretty sure it's worth it. But again, we're going to need a whole lot of movement here in order to get all of that going, because this just cannot keep up with the tires and the brakes and the wheels, unfortunately, because this thing is importing so much rubber that it is kind of cost ineffective at that point. But it looks like we've got a huge backlog of tires here, so maybe didn't need this many importers just based on the timing. So I just want to make sure, let's watch this for a minute to make sure no tires pop in here. That would be very bad if that happened. We do not want to see any tires popping in here. It looks like we're doing not too bad. And we've sort of caught up on rubber. All right, we are working our way down quickly on the accessories or the options. So the delay is, I mean, if I were to able to push enough material in here, I should be able to get this going, but it's wheels now that are causing me problems because I don't have any really importers over here to shove into this make wheels. So it's a learning experience. I'm just sort of learning how the game works, learning what I need to do to optimize this process a little bit. So we could take over this section over here and start making our tires and our wheels, and that would go right into not only this area here, but probably a second, possibly even third area here. But I would need to make all of these things in order to really make that optimized. So we've got the make exhaust, and this is definitely saving us money. That is a no-brainer. But I'm glad I did the math on that. I'm glad I did that, because that really shows me that we are indeed able to make far more money by doing that in-house. And as far as the delay goes, I'm hoping that if need be, I can remove all of these on this side so this resource importer isn't so maxed out, because otherwise it's just going to be so backlogged with rubber that the wheels and the brakes. Let's look at brakes. How about brakes? Can I make brakes? I can. So brakes, 6.3 seconds. So let's drop this down to analyze it. We have, let's see, 6 employees on each one of these. Okay, that is a little, but we would need fewer of them because they're faster than the other ones. And these take 1 steel. So let's look at brakes. Brakes. So we know steel is about $50. And so this is 190. So we would save about $140 per brake, which is good. And that's just a steel import. So that's a pretty simple process. Okay, I want to continue. Just going down the line here. So yeah, we have, for brakes anyway, we have the ability to save a lot of money with that. And let's see, the other ones here. So wheels, tires, brakes, steering column. Can we make steering column? Steering. So we can't actually make the steering column. We can make the steering wheel, but not the column. So that means that this line right here would need its own importer. So if we did a huge manufacturing system over here, we would have to be able to import steering columns. So it would have to be connected to a regular resource importer. But the wheels, steering wheels, we could make ourselves. So this whole line right here, we could automate. Lights are the same thing. Let's look at lights. That's another one that I am curious on. So lights, 6.4 seconds. And these require glass and steel. So let's look at those prices. So lights themselves, let's look at light, $132. Well, I know glass, or I know steel is 50. So let's see what steel, and make sure it's still 50. Yep. So steel is still 50. So that takes us down to roughly $82. And now glass, right here, $35. So 50, 85. So it costs $85 to make something that we're buying for $132. So that is a savings of about what? $50 per light. So that's $200 per car. And that would add up per hour. Where are the lights? Right here. Fit lights is 6.2 seconds. So yeah, I think that would work. Horn, we can actually make our own horn too, but I doubt those are very expensive. So let's see if horn is in here. Yeah, $71. I'm guessing it's going to be one steel, so that's like a $20, but that's one per car. So we can have one make horn assembly, which is 2.2 seconds. So one of these could actually supply enough for several make horn or fit horn stations, because this is 7 seconds, and I can make one every 2.2 seconds. So yeah, I could supply 3 different horns lines with one make horn. So that's a good savings there. So we're just going down the list here. Now we need to think about these lines, and let's start that process right now. So I'm going to do one export there, one export there. Of course, I'm going to do quality checks on both of these. Actually, I don't want to merge that up too close. So quality check there, and now electronics. See, this is 4 seconds, 10 seconds. So there are those. That's the kind of going backwards along this line here. So windscreen, we're going to want these to be just merged right up next to it. So seats, horn, lights. How far away were we? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, that was lights. That was all the accessories. Now let's go back to engine. Oh. And auto steer headlights. Wouldn't those be nice? Okay, so lights, that was the last one. So fit steering wheel assembly, I want to split these off. So there's the steering wheel and the column. And now the wheels, so brakes, tires, wheels, which is kind of backwards, but I'm sure enough people on the forums have pointed that out. Radiator. Now we need valves. I'm gonna separate these by one. And starter motor, and then flywheel. Okay, running back again. Now for paint. This is going to be the tricky part, because I need a couple of these. Well, we'll pick this up next episode. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.